Okay, so you work for none of these four profile which we are talking about. So let's talk about your job profile. What job profile you are in currently?
Yeah, so I am working for in SAP FICO module. Basically, SAP is a ERP system. Earlier, the business used to have different purchasing department, different sales department, and whenever the entries happens, they have to run down to the finance department to tell them. So ERP clubs them all.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
whenever a purchase department is doing any entry, so it's automatically reflected in the finance department. So there is no chance of missing any accounting or uh, like a wholesome reporting of the whole organization. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the role of a ERP system. So it makes business very simple. And SAP is the leading ERP system in industry as of now. So the
Mm-hmm.
my role is in FICO. There are two type of roles in SAP only. So one is end user and one is consultant. End user is like if you are using SAP like for doing the entries and all for a particular
Mm-hmm.
organization. My role is in
Mm-hmm.
consulting. So what comes in the picture for consulting? So SAP provides a standard SAP system, but all the clients have different requirements. So do you think SAP standard is a container, so which contains all the standard data which can be used by the person, but in case of any customization requirement,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I the definitely the master data and everything. So every business has different vendors, different customers, and the different taxation
Right.
profile, different calculation method for their profit, loss, and everything. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe they need
Mm-hmm.
different reporting. So they
Mm-hmm.
have multiple organization. They want to see profit and loss, or the reporting, the internal reporting, different area wise and all. So this is all comes in
Mm-hmm.
the customization. So the
Mm-hmm.
business tells the consultant the requirement that this is how my business runs, and this is how I want to see the reports, and this is how I want the transactions to be posted. This is how I want the calculations to be done. So it's the role of a consultant to set up the system according to that company's that business requirements.
Requirement.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay. Okay.
it's like a very good trade-off between the consultant and the business person. So
Mm-hmm.
majorly, we don't need to know their, as I have told you, for client financial analysts, they need to know their every accounting entries and everything. So what is the rules they're
Mm-hmm.
following? So
Mm-hmm.
like our role is not that exhaustive. So the business tells us this is how we want to see, because this is our legal requirement, and then according to that we modify the system for them. So our role majorly comes in understanding the business, and then understanding the SAP system, and just then filling up the gap. So what is the
Mm-hmm.
business requirement? What is the standard SAP? We have to fill that gap and modify according to the client. So
Okay.
it's not
Great
just a
to know.
one person job. It's There is a
Yes.
very big team which
Yes,
takes
of
out
course,
the requirement.
definitely.
Yeah.
So there, so all the team members are there in a CMA only, or other from other professions as well.
No, so majorly in a lot of people are, so there are mixed background. There are engineers, there are MBA finance people, there
Okay.
are CMAs, there are CAs. So everyone works
So
for
you're
this.
working with all of them, consolidated in one team. All are there in single team, and they're
Right,
working
right,
together.
right.
Damn good, man. This is the one of the greatest thing that you can have if you can have the person from the different profiles into the single team. Then I think this is definitely a very good experience to learn
Right.
and
Right.
grow.
Yeah. So in CMA, while studying the CMA as a qualified CMA, we understand the business very well. We understand the process of the business, the costing of the business, but there is
Hmm.
always a gap in the IT software. So we don't understand the softwares, we don't understand the ERP. So the profiles gives you
Hmm.
a very big exposure of that also.
Okay, so let's jump to next question, Avi. While we are studying a few of the things which we really need to required for, but we didn't focused on. But when we get into the job, हम लोग फिर देखते हैं कि कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती है जो हमें काम आती है. But in the challenging time, you must also have faced. I also faced some of the challenging situations which you must have overcome. So have you just reminding of some of the challenging situations that you have overcome that you make the student learn that how they should learn it before while they are in study period.
Right. So yeah, definitely there are a lot of gaps in this the our study curriculum and the actual real world. So what we have seen is solving everything on paper and all. So we used to have 100 hours computer training, but I feel that
Mm-hmm.
is not just enough for the person to be working. So the person should possess in real world. So now the situations are very different. Earlier the situations were very different. So now, as the
Mm-hmm.
role has moved to global companies, global clients, global people, so we need to have good communication skills, good writing skills, and good, like I would say, so Excel and the basic PowerPoint, the use of Microsoft Word, and all of this. So the person should be at least aware about this. The person should be very nicely aware about the computers and all, because even either it's IT industry or either it's a manufacturing industry, everything has moved to the computers now. Now we don't do the
Everything is going
accounting.
to be digitalized very soon.
Definitely. So everything is moving to the machine learning, the AIs and everything. So now the
Right.
traditional part is going to be vanished. So the writing and everything is definitely vanished years back. So now we are still on computers doing something manually. But I would say everyone should be updated about the technology and the basic needs of the finance. So everything is will be going to the in the technology itself.
What are the three, four things that they're definitely going to do while they study?
Yeah, so like I would like to advise the budding CMA. So don't not just compromise your study because of all this, but yeah,
No, yes, of course.
once you're waiting or you're in your free time, so
Mm-hmm.
like improve your work for your communication skills. Read maybe English
Okay.
newspaper, listen to English news, and if you're not
Mm-hmm.
interested in the news and everything, at least watch English movies. Or maybe now in the job profile, if you're moving for the job profile, everything is just emails and everything. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to write a proper email. We need to express ourselves. So you should possess a good writing skills also. Apart from the speaking skills, you have to
In a
have a good.
professional way.
Definitely. So you have to have a professional writing skills. So you can
Yes.
work on that, as well as the Excel is, I would say, very basic tool for now. So like work for Excel, you need to give the presentations also. So you can work on the PowerPoint presentation skills. You need to do some like Google searches and also. So now no role has like I know everything about this and I don't need to. Uh, like there is nothing like this. So you have to do Google searches. You should be proficient on the web searches and how to find the results and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So we can practice it. These all things in our free time.
Uh, Future is changing immensely in a very surprising way. Nowadays, technology, digitalization, everything has just coming up into a so faster way. So, what are the aspects do you think for the upcoming future that can be generated for the CMA? Is there any new opportunity that can be there in the market for the CMA?
Yeah, so there are a lot of fields which is definitely be a scope for CMAs, and as of for now, for an example, there's one field which is growing immensely is the data analysis, data science. So this field is growing immensely, but a finance persons we have started to show our potential in this also. So there was always a
Okay.
gap. There was a business analyst so who used to tell that. Who used to understand the business, and then they were of the opinion that I need this issue is particular, or this gap is because of the particular data, and they need used to contact the data analyst that I need this data, and because they don't know the Python, the SQLs and everything, so to pull out the data from the system to prepare the models, then data analyst used to pull out the data and everything, but the data analyst was not aware about the business scenario. So there was always a
Mm-hmm.
gap that the models were not that efficient. So now, as the finance people are moving into the data science also, so
Okay.
there are multiple courses of Python for the finance people and the SQL for the finance people. So they are now starting to understand the code part of this. So they prepare a particular query and everything. They pull out the data themselves. They prepare a model. They prepare a presentation to the business according to that data, that this particular issue is because of this, or this is how we can improve
Yeah.
our business. And so this field, I guess, the data science collaborated with the finance is going to be a very big field in the future. And there are a lot of other fields. Even in the ERP there are multiple things. So in the ERP, as of now, they are doing a lot of things for the automation, the AI, the machine learning and everything. So all of this is going to be the future, and there will be a lot of demand for this.
for the CMA as well, right?
Definitely, yeah.
And Avi, what do you think about some courses that are available in Coursera and related to these things? Are they effective? I have seen many courses which are related to this machine learning, data analyst, and business analyst. छोटा मोटा बहुत सारा courses है. How do you think this will be effective for the जो अभी तुरंत pass out हुए हैं CMA में और who wanted to get into this? Will these are things will be effective for them?
Yeah, we can't say, like, so I myself have done some courses from the Coursera and all. So I won't
Okay,
recommend the students spending their all of their money in these courses, because it's their hard-earned
okay,
money of their parents. So I won't recommend this. But
okay.
there is a YouTube. This is a big free platform, so the student can
Uh-huh.
at least start understanding these fields. So this is going to be in way future ahead, and once they come into the job profile, they will get a lot of things to learn. But at least it shouldn't be a gray area for this, gray area for a person. So there's a bigger platform like YouTube and all. So I won't recommend to spend a lot of monies into these courses, but you should be at least aware about all of this. So you
So
can do Google
YouTube say
searches.
student if want they can go and learn about all those stuff first.
So it won't be a full course, like you won't be a data analyst
Of
after
course.
learning from the YouTube. Yeah, but like you can read
Yeah.
books and also how this thing works and what are the basic, at least understand the basics and all. So then
जो
as
इंटरव्यू
you are
क्रैक
more,
करने के लिए उन्हें काम पे आए एटलीस्ट.
definitely. So if a person is applying as a fresher in a particular company, then at least they should know that what they're applying for, right?